You don't mind if I had this little old tape recorder going, do you?
No.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
right.
right.
Give me it.
Over
Like
like
about
that.
hold that thing over the hill. Maybe in tune, I don't know. Well, let's try a little bit of G.
What was that now?
Golden Needle Hornpipe.
I heard one of the guys play that song. That's
Red Apple Rag.
Yeah.
Red Apple
Yeah, I
Rag. See ya.
play Over the Waves.
Huh?
Over the Waves, you played in G.
Yeah. forget it.
Sounded all right.
Huh?
Sounded all right.
Play
And here's another one in G.
East Tennessee blues.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to. Sorry, Cherry Orchard Waltz. You ever hear it?
Nope. That's a new one.
Let's see. Wait a minute.
got that little change from
Which one?
goes in. There's some other tunes have that
Yeah.
little change. In
Yeah,
there.
there's a B flat change in it.
But I was hitting B instead of B flat.
Oh, here, to see if I can think of this one. G. What's the name of that?
Westphalia.
Westphalia.
That's
Waltz.
Westphalia.
Westphalia,
Yeah.
yeah,
Old
Westphalia.
German.
I couldn't think of it.
Yeah,
Let's say getting to see. East Tennessee Blues.
Yeah, that's a good
Let's play a
tune.
little old Missouri Wagner. Here's the one I played out here at Shrine, no, down here at the Shrine Mosque. They had, you know, there was a long time ago, I don't remember how long it was. 8, 9, 10 years, 10 or 15 years ago, they had a contest down there, everything, you know, singing or playing the fiddle or anything you want to do. And old George Earl was master of ceremony.
Yeah.
Bill
Well,
Ring. Bill
I
Ring.
kept my telling my boy,
Bill
I
Ring,
said, they don't,
Herman.
Bill
Bill
Ring.
oh,
Ring.
Bill Ring, yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, oldest boy, that boy of mine played the guitar, so let's go down there and play a tune down there some night. I says, I don't play no contest. The old older got so he wouldn't play the contest. And, so I got a little guy named Paul Todd. He's pretty good little guitar player. Oh, he got to where he was a wang. He just run all over the thing. But that time he was just running good, and hadn't heard much for for audiences. But he was pretty good. He's pretty good second. Anyhow, I said, well, Paul, you want to go down there? I said, let's go down there and show him up some night. Okay, he said, I'll go with you, Jones, anytime you want to go. So we got lined up and went down there, one night. I want to come around and ask me what I was going to play this. Was George Earl?
No.
Bill
Bill
Ring.
Ring.
Bill
Bill
Ring.
Ring.
Bill Ring, yeah. I said Missouri Wagner. You know, they always call it Tennessee Wagner.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little part on that Wagner that I made up myself.
You got it on the record, don't you?
Yeah, I got it on the record.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
And I went ahead and played that, and when I hit that fine part that I put in there myself, boy, they started clapping, back and forth, I thought, boy, they had applause meter.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, when the other thing was over, the third one got $650. I don't know if it was somebody singing or what it was. And then the next one got about $750. Said Jones and his accompaniment went 1,000 plus on the applause meter. I guess we hit the peg or something.
Yeah.
And ever since that's what I always, why these big contests, they have them all over the country. They wouldn't need but one here in the state of Missouri. They don't all have them at the same time. They could just pass that thing around, applause
they
meter.
should.
And listen, the crowd's always right. I
Yeah.
don't care what you say. The crowd's right, I don't care. I've seen too many contests, used to watch these amateurs, on the stage when I raised in Kansas City. And boy, I never seen the crowd wrong. You just go hold your hand over their heads, Boy, you would tell the minute they got over the one that's the best. Boy, they just yell and stomp their feet.
You got to get it out of Columbia, Missouri. You couldn't have it up there.
They wouldn't have it.
Oh no! I mean, those people are so wild for Taylor McBain and Pete McMahon and all those. They really back them.
I know that.
So you couldn't use it when you were there. Nobody ever.
Gillen, did he know Mr. Gillen, wasn't it? That nice man, he's from Jeff City, isn't he? Gillen?
No.
Gillen, yes, his
Gillen,
name's
that's
Gillen.
the guy that lived down here you were talking about that died.
No, Gillen.
No,
Gillen.
that was his name. The guy that told me I was playing up there in Salisbury in a big contest one time. It lasted 2 or 3 days. And I was sitting with another guy playing the turkey in the straw. He stopped there and listened to me. What was that guy's name? He's from Columbia. What did you say his name was?
I thought he's from Jeff City, Gillen.
Wasn't Dillon. Dillon's the guy who lived down there by Warsaw.
Let's see. I can't.
Oh,
McBain? Not Taylor McBain, was it?
He lived down there he lived at
Pete McMahon, and then there's now
Pete,
wait,
that was it. Pete.
All right, Pete McMahon's once been state champion 3 times straight.
Yeah, well, I think he was the guy.
He's from Harrisburg, Missouri.
Yeah, well,
But he's always in Jeff City playing.
Columbia. Well, I think that
Little guy, wears
anyhow,
a big
he was
Stetson,
up there.
wears a big, that's
Yeah.
who it was.
Who's that one that was that teacher that was so good? And you you got a piece from him. You recorded it. That teacher that played so well. We'd see him at Warsaw and at Hamilton sometimes. That man, you recorded one of his pieces. He was a teacher, not a music
Can't
teacher.
remember.
Particularly, I don't know, but
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know if he was either. He was
Anyhow, I was
he
sitting
was a
playing.
builder. He was a builder. He was a
Sitting
contractor.
turkey and playing turkey and straw, and this old guy from Jeff City come along and listened a little bit. Said, you better not let Arthur Smith hear you play that.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I got it off of Arthur
Yeah.
Smith and the Dixie Beeliners in
Yeah.
Nashville. That's the guy that I played a lot of his tunes. Here's one in G and D.
Let's see. First I started to say Flop-Eared Mule, but it's not.
Fiddler's Dream.
Fiddler's Dream, yeah,
Walter
sure.
Smith's Fiddler's Dream.
That's right.
I like that old tune. That's a good one.
Well, we haven't played that in a long time. Art plays it, and then one fiddler we used to play with has passed away, played it all the time too.
Yeah.
But we haven't played it. Boy, there's so many of those.
Oh my gosh. I just started stopping thinking. Then you go back and Dill Pickle Rag.
Oh, I like that. That's a good tune. You play Dill Pickle?
Yeah, well, I don't know where it can or not. I ain't played it before.
That either. Looney's last one I played.
I just played 3 keys. 2 keys, I think.
2 keys, G and C, yeah.
G and C, yeah. Boy, I ain't played for so long, I can't play at all.
Play on Sir Wagoner. You never did play that. You were getting ready to play Sir Wagoner.
My arm want to do certain things, and my arm don't want to do it. I ain't played. I'm more playing than I've done in 6 months.
Well, you get tired now. You quit.
Oh, heck, I ain't tired as far as tired's concerned. Let's play a couple of nags. down there at Silver Dollar. Ronnie, what is it? Oh, you do too. You
Just
want-
a minute, and I'll tell you, just wait a minute. Newell Looney.
Oh, Newell Looney. Looney, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
old Newell.
What was that first one you played?
Big Sandy.
Big Sandy, yeah, I haven't heard that.
Sandy.
And then was that Bill Cheatum just now, or?
No, that last one.
Last one was what?
Last one was the first one I played was
Big Sandy, wasn't it?
yeah, Big
Yeah.
Sandy. No, I ain't played that. I played Bill Cheatum.
What was that say? What was that last one you played that you said Newell Looney played?
That last one, that was Bill. That was
Bill Cheatum.
yeah, that's Bill Cheatum.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was. Yeah, that's Bill Cheatum.
Looney, Ron, what's his name? Looney.
Newell.
Newell,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
playing down at Silver
Yeah,
Dollar
he
City
used,
now.
yeah, he used to play.
I
Yeah, he
had
used to
plays
play
there
down
every year,
here.
yeah.
Where you got that word Newell. My great grandfather's name, my grandmother's name. Now wait a minute, no. Elisha Newell Blue was my great grandfather's name from New Jersey. And I asked Newell, I said, where did you get that name? I had never seen it or heard it much, but
Yeah.
since that I have seen it a few
Uh-huh,
times.
uh-huh.
It's an old Eastern name from
Huh,
someplace.
well,
He said, oh, my folks gave it to me, and that's all I could get out of it.
And he goes by Newt. They call, his nickname, they call him Newt.
Yeah,
Newt.
Newt.
Now, he knows a lot of waltzes.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, he knows a lot of
Oh,
waltzes.
he knows some pretty ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that boy though that played that one for me, recorded it for me? I can't think of his name.
Well, the one that, there was what was the banjo player, or
No, that guy that played that waltz is pretty,
oh,
Georgie
that-
waltz,
well,
Georgiana?
yeah,
Georgiana
that
waltz?
that was Teague. Was
Oh,
it
Howie Teague?
Howe
Teague, yeah, I played with
him
him a month ago,
Howie
yeah.
Teague. Uh-huh.
Teague.
Yeah. He's from up in Salem.
Teague, don't you remember? He sang
Teague.
to the record of Teague.
Yeah.
Howard or Howie? I think
Howie,
they call him
Howie.
Howie Teague.
Teague.
Uh-huh.
He's from
Teague.
Salem, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
He's
You know,
on
he
the
made a
little
record that give it. I told him, I
Oh,
wish I had a
yeah.
record. I'd like to learn to play it. But I never did.
Really, Georgia
Oh, I
Moon,
learned
I
to
believe.
play it.
Georgiana Moon.
Uh-huh.
Georgiana Moon, I think's what he called it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's his one, kind of specialty.
He sure was a nice
Well,
little boy.
he
He's
played
nice
that at
guy.
Warsaw, and we'd had so much just plain sawing. Then he got up and played that, and
Yeah.
oh my, the difference, you know.
Yeah.
And boy,
Yeah.
howdy, that was just wonderful.
We went on a tour, Art, myself, and about 6 other musicians, and we went to, in 3 states, went to 9 cities, and then at each city they would have local musicians fill in,
Oh, how
called
nice.
Echoes of the Ozarks. It was one of these National Council of the Arts tours.
I see.
And when we were at Rolla, why, Howe Teague came down from
Oh,
Salem
did he?
and a square dance group they had up there, and
Well,
his son lives in Springfield. He has a boy that
Oh,
lives here
does
that
he?
plays
Well, he's
bass
down
fiddle
here
with him.
at Silver Dollar City the last time we were
Yeah.
here, 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
I don't think he's playing down there now
I
though,
don't
but he's
know.
really a nice fellow.
Wonders
He's
Newell,
very
Yeah,
nice.
he is.
wonders Newell Looney is.
Yeah, he's playing full time down there. Yeah, they started again down there now.
Yeah, well, no, I like to go down there and see.
Yeah, and that one that was,
Boy, if I had these records down there,
Oh,
I had me
yeah.
to stand just outside of that. You know, I talked to that guy and I said, listen, I'd like to have some records. I got some records. And he put them down there and put a couple of little signs I've got. And I said, you can sell them out just as fast as you can hand them out. Well, I said, you couldn't sell any now she's playing here. I said, you're just crazy as heck. I said, that's the reason I made this record. There's so many people come up to me and say, you got a record? You got a record? Why don't you make a record? We like to buy a record from you.
Well, they
That's got
changed
me
it all
now. That's the reason I
together.
made these records.
when they had
Well, I could go down there
Jimmy Nichols and some of that.
and
and-
start a little old
Those
stand out
girls
on the
that
road
like
somewhere,
Like
and I'll bet I could,
Wow.
why I have
Oh, you
to,
could.
people
Some
come
of
along
them.
there, ought to have a big sign out Sack River Jones so they know who it was.
Yeah.
They say the music isn't so very much anymore.
Well, now
Something
listen,
like that.
they'll still buy them. What you need to do, I'll mail it up to you. I'll get your address before I leave here up in El Dorado Springs, and I'll mail you a couple of addresses. Now, I sent your record down to this folk center at Mountain View, Arkansas. Let me put this on.
Joe, yeah.
She's,
But we had her in the same motel with us.
now she had a flare up with her heart.
Yes.
And tell you something else that happened
She's not
last fall at their craft fair at Mountain View. She was working down in some place, and a door is one of these doors where it swings on pins, and they're in about this far from the back of the door.
It's a swinging
And the door swings, and then of course you got this part that comes back in. And she, somewhere or another, her hand got in there.
Oh my goodness.
And it came back and slammed, and they had to take, I forgot how many stitches in one of her fingers.
Yeah.
Then she had another flare up with her heart last fall, I think. But let me tell you now, this would be about 5 weeks ago in Little Rock, and we played down there. She came down there. She lives in Heber Springs,
Yes,
outside Heber.
yes,
Why, shoot.
Isn't that
She looked as
wonderful?
good as I've got her on tape singing a bunch of stuff. We got back there and
I
jammed,
got her
and there
record
was
and her book, and,
yeah.
and well, she stayed with us,
She's
and we
nice.
took her
Oh,
back and
she's
forth
nice,
and took
yeah.
care of her.
I
And
sang
I
a
made
little
her go to the Shepherd of the
Poor
Hills
little Joe.
play,
Yeah.
and one night with us.
Mr. Jones, would you record that for me? He said, I about forgot that song. I used to know it, and I went ahead and made her a
Yeah,
record of it.
she's an interesting person and a fine person too.
Yes,
But
she
she
is.
looked,
Tickled me.
oh, she looked good.
We had a guy with that played the banjo from Warsaw, played tenor banjo.
Uh-huh.
And so we all went down there, and she said there's going to be another and stay with her, you know. Some
they
woman,
fixed
lady, going to stay
Yeah.
with
Max
her
Hunter
from
fixed it.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
I said, I bet you $1 she chews tobacco. You know, I'm just kidding. There's
Snuff,
that woman.
snuff,
you know.
snuff.
And by God, she hadn't got in there 15 minutes. She went looking for a can, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I
She's
tell you,
from Arkansas, I bet
yeah.
she chews tobacco.
But she's had some pretty bad flare-ups, but boy, she was
How
looked
old is she
good.
now, for goodness
Oh, 88 or 87,
sake? Something
Yeah.
like that.
something like that. Now
Yeah,
listen,
she's
she'd like you to look at you.
Huh?
To look at her just like you, I'd pick you to be 71.
Yeah.
Around early 70s, like
Sure,
Art and the
sure.
ones I play with. And she's the same way. She doesn't
Yeah.
anymore look that old, the man.
No. Held her
No,
on.
she-
Yeah, and even to have had this bad health, she just looked
Why,
real good.
she's been to Washington
And,
DC and Canada to.
Oh, yeah,
on those
yeah,
trips.
now, she was at Washington when we were, that time we went. In fact, my wife's room at this place we stayed, in fact, we stayed at Madera School. Now, that's the school where the headmistress was the gal that killed this Scarsdale Diet doctor. And remember this case last year?
Yes, yes.
And the night we checked in there was this woman that was in charge of getting everybody in, and it was on a Thursday night. And she was getting ready to leave, and she left, but I know that was this woman. And of course, I didn't at the time know anything. But Granny Riddle was there. That's where we first really got to know her. Then, you know. The only thing with her is sometimes she sings awfully long. They have to
Oh,
kinda,
yeah. Yeah, she
Gets
knows.
wound up.
Yeah.
She gets all the verses.
Boy, she knows them all.
Yeah, she knows them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she, quite, that old gal still got a pretty good voice.
Yeah, oh, yeah, just carries, I've got her, we were jamming backstage before anything started. She was harmonizing with this boy, singing some, modern type tunes, you know, not just ballads. She knew the words to all those. But she's a fine person, I really like her.
Yeah.
She sings Babes in the Wood just like my wife's grandmother did. So she made a real nice tape for my wife for that.
Let's try something in D. We ain't played nothing in D. G
I
part
like
on
that
it.
G part, and very few play that anymore.
I know.
Every once in a while you hear somebody put it in there, but I like it in there because it kind of breaks the
Yeah,
tune a
oh
little
yeah,
bit,
it
you
makes a
know.
nice tune out of it. I got my bow all mixed up with that one.
Oh, it sounded good.
I darn arm just don't work anymore like it
Well,
did.
now you get tired.
With all this here radiation or something in me.
Radiation.
Oh,
We've been
boy.
at this deal since last November. We've been working
I've been
with
in
these
the hospital,
hospitals.
started in November. Well, this guy, you know, about 10 years ago, operated on me for prostrate.
Yeah.
And the place taking it all out, he's catching that pouch, you know,
Yeah.
that make you come back again.
Well,
And
7
I
years
know
ago,
that
it
for the
was
first
all
time I
right.
was up there.
Yeah.
I
3
done
years
it.
later,
I went
we
in
had to
recovery
go.
room, you know, and a bunch of old guys laying in there moaning and groaning. One of them says, "This is the third time for me," and I thought, well, what kind of an outfit
Yeah.
is this? I thought once was all he had to go.
Yeah.
So by gosh, in 7 years or 10 years, I had to go back to him again. Well, he bust around there and cut some more. Said he thought I'd go bid out this time. No my legacy, no my legacy. And I went home and I never done so much as just kept a bleeding and bleeding and
Yeah.
bleeding and kept getting worse and worse. I went to our hospital 4 times. You know, it seemed like it stopped bleeding and then all the way go sloughing off. Sloughing off and then stop up, you know, and have to go there and
Yeah.
use catheters on
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That's exactly what started this here, this thing in my bladder.
Yeah.
I know because, it just like to kill me, I tell you. It's all your bladder, you know. They
Yeah.
run them things in there and then put a knot on the end of them so they won't come out. And just keep a monkeying and squeezing and fooling around there. I'll
Yeah.
tell you, I never suffered so much in all my life. I had to go to that hospital 4 times. Kept calling him, "Hey, he's come up and I'll tell you how this blazer or
Yeah.
something, I don't know." Anyhow, I went up there and he went ahead then and done that, and then when he got through this time, he said, "You've got a little tumor in your bladder. It's malignant."
Yeah, well.
Now, if he'd have given me a good job tending to the first time I went
Yeah.
to him, I'd have never had all this trouble. And
Yeah.
Ever since when I started in last November,
The
wasn't
more
it?
you cut, the
November,
more
December,
chance
January, February, I've been going through all this hell and all this here
Okay.
down here now.
Yeah. Well, you look awful good, really. You
Well, that's
do.
what everybody says. You
Yeah.
look pretty good.
I know it. That doesn't do you much good
You know,
to
they
say
keep
that.
weighing you up there.
Yeah.
The way you think you've got cancer, you're going to go
Yeah.
full. One of this gal, I said I weighed 160 pounds for the last, I don't know, 10 or 15, 20 years. I never varied 1 pound or nothing.
Yeah.
And so this old guy put me on the scale there one morning, "Oh, you only weigh 158 this morning." I said, "I haven't had breakfast. We'll have breakfast." I weighed 160. She just died laughing.
Well,
I never died to weigh that too.
They're evidently helping you though, because you do really, you look awful good.
Oh, yeah, dude, nothing wrong.
But it's a rough goal to go through, I know
It
that, that's the
makes
thing.
him so dizzy and
Yeah.
then it disturbs all
It's
his
nothing to it, what I went through the last 6 months
All
and done to
his
the hospital and
digestive
running around and
Yeah.
system is all out of
Then
whack.
these here
He's taking all kinds of
treatments,
radiation.
radiation treatments. Oh, they just affect you all over. That you feel like you're half drunk and you're weak and then your bowels all gets upset. You can't get them regulated. It's just a mess, boy. I'm glad tomorrow's the last time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my God. Well, let's see. What do you think about? Think of a little tune?
Peacock Rag, isn't it?
Huh?
Peacock Rag, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't think of the name of it. I can think of
Good
tunes
tune,
like
that's a
that,
good
and I
tune.
can't call the names anymore. Oh, I'll tell you, my
Well,
head's
when you
getting
don't
thick
do
as-
it often and talk to someone and say, it goes way back in
Right.
here.
Yeah.
You've got a lot pushed back.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
one I want to play if I can think of it. What's that hornpipe that Marmaduke, son.
Yeah,
Marmaduke.
that's a good
I went
thing.
down there, I had to laugh one time, went down another old guy, went down there to Max Creek.
Yeah.
They had a contest. And there was about 10 fiddlers there, and I think 9 of them played the everyone get up there and said, Marmaduke's on.
Yeah.
I keep laughing, it looked at me like I all they know. Marmaduke.
That's a good. Now that's a Missouri tune. That's
Yeah.
they found that very seldom. Fishers, yeah. That's what you were starting. That's it.
I want to play Ricketts hornpipe. You know that?
Yep.
Plays that saw at $silver. His name's Ricketts, you know.
Oh no, I didn't know his name was.
Well, his name's Ricketts. I asked him, said, "Did you ever hear the Ricketts hornpipe?" He said, "No." So I played it for him, you know, and one day he brought his dad and mother to come down there. They looked him around and said, "Play that Ricketts hornpipe for Dad."
Now there was that Tahlequah I was telling you about.
The first one I just talked about.
Under the double
Under the double eagle.
They played all them marches. And the Washington Lee swing.
Yeah, now you still hear that around. What was that Kansas City Spirit thing you were talking about? I've never heard that.
that's a march.
I mean, it sounds almost kind of like a shot.
Yeah, it's Kansas City
It's a
Spirit
cakewalk
March.
kind of
Old
walk.
Kansas City Star up there used it for coming on, you know.
Oh,
They used to
wow.
call it a Kansas City Star March. Well, I know the guns right better that. I was a little kid, my brothers played that Kansas. They played it, but no, it was Kansas Spirit March. And anyhow, I don't know who Caesar wrote it or who wrote it. But anyhow, my brother, older brother, they're all dead now. I'm the only one living in the family. And anyhow, this one went to California, you know. He went out there, he's all by himself. He left his wife in Kansas City. He went out there to get him a job. He only heard about Los Angeles. He wanted to go to California. That a long time ago, about 60 years ago. But anyhow, he said, boy, they're there, and he was telling about that. Said they had a parade there, and he got down there on the street, you know, and there's a band coming along. They were playing that Kansas City Spirit March. Said, maybe you think I didn't get homesick. That old band come along playing that.
I don't think it sounded kind of familiar, but
Huh?
it sounded a little familiar, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever heard it.
Tell you, back when my other wife was living, this is my second wife. My first wife I had the children with, she died when she was about 72. And I married this gal here over Cheatum, Mount Rose, you know, runs a lumberyard. Still running the lumberyard, imagine that.
It's between Clinton and Butler,
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
town.
She's,
52.
how old are you, 74, 73?
Don't ask a woman her age. Sarah.
Well, anyhow, she's
Well, I
73.
taught 15 years before I went in her family business.
Oh.
She taught 15 years and
And I
run
had
a
to take care
lumberyard
of the
15,
business. My
20
brother
years.
went with the coal company, you know, we got Peabody Coal Company.
Did you know people in Clinton?
Yeah.
Did you know
That's
Bob
right.
Peake and his wife that had the office supply place down the square?
I know
She knew
Yeah, I knew them.
Henry
They
County.
were.
I don't know them
Yeah.
personally, but
Well,
I know
they're
of
gone
them.
now, but I mean, I knew them real well. I grew up. Their grandson was a good friend of mine, and they retired down here at the lake, you know, Table Rock, but
Yeah.
Well, did you ever go out around between here and Republic and know Donald Wells that bought a place out there and had a ceramic shop and sold all the yard ornaments, I guess, and
That
everything.
one on the highway,
Well, I expect, anyways, Mike has a beauty shop.
Francoma Pottery or
Yes,
something? Oh, I know where it was. It's a double M, is it M
He
highway?
had a harp truck, and they started an auction to sell out, but I don't think it went so good. I don't know, he's got it leased out, and he's gonna change. I want to drive out there, but her name felt like driving.
Yeah.
Did
Easy
you
to get
ask
to.
him?
Easy to get to.
How you like him?
Did
Yeah.
you, listen, did you ask him if he knew this fella out here that has that little restaurant that plays the harmonica?
No.
Who, you know who that is? Someone
No.
called him, Max Hunter must have gotten him.
Oh, I know who he is, the one that Max always uses, I bet.
Well, what if he
Dave
was-
something.
Was he down Silver Dollar City
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
He's been
Herman
down
Jones?
at Eureka Springs too.
Yeah, where he had all those different harmonicas, that's the
Oh,
one.
that voice you saved me.
Okay. Endurance guitar player. I'll sit here all night.
Oh. Try one B flat.
Okay.
College Hornpipe.
Okay.
playing that, it goes easy in B flat.
Yeah.
Tune that's
That's the first time I ever played in B flat.
You know, you can tell
Well, we
you
usually
get
play
a
it in
tune
G.
the wrong key and you can't hardly play it.
What do I usually play that in G? Is that what most of them
Huh?
play it? Well, they usually they don't play B flat anymore, or F, because guitar players won't use it, you know. They shy away from it.
Yeah.
F, I don't mind. B flat, I start having to kind of hunt around. I know all the changes in B flat. I know the major changes, but
I used to play one that Western square dancing done. Bye Blackford is an E flat.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the craziest thing to play. That's where I was playing up there. I told about that guy, and I think he wrote it up in that piece in there. But I was playing up there, you know, and well, they see the union make them hire 12 musicians when they open up that big auditorium. Well, it would take 4 for a hillbilly band, so
Yeah.
they just hire one play for 1 hour, and next month 4 for next hour, and all get paid for 3 hours. See?
Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to play from 8 to 9. And this Don Sullivan, you know, he was singing up there in Kansas City, and he had a Western square dance band supposed to have. Well, when I played my part just about out this, here come that head caller, you know. He talked to these boys from all over the country. They were there from Colorado and
Yeah.
all over New York, California, everywhere else. He said, do you know that Bye Bye Blackbird, can you play it the way it's supposed to be played for a square dance? I said, yeah. You know Alabama Jubilee? I said, yeah. Well, golly, he said, you just stay over. You told me to stay there and play. Well, I'd have played all 3 hours if you asked me to. I'd hired for 3 hours. Paying for 3, getting paid for 3 hours. I said, yeah. He said, that Don Sullivan outfit. I said, I don't know who the devil hired them. He says, they don't know straight up. He go around and asked him, you know, they's coming on next time. He wants to see me have them lined out. Play for these certain colors. So I'd step there and I played 2 hours, and then the Blue Ridge boys, they had an awful good team. They had an awful good boys to play. I know the old boy lived down there for Racket close to Warsaw that played the fiddle in that bunch. And I know them all that boys in the Blue Ridge bunch. They were a good bunch of musicians. And they finished up the last hour then 8 to 9. Or 10 to 11. 10 to 11, yeah. I played from 8 to 9 to 10. And I played 8 to 9, 9 to 10, yeah. And Don Sullivan, they had a little break. He got up there and sang a song. And they got as much money as we did. Yeah, I played 2 hours. That's like I got told about playing these darn contests where you're the oldest fiddler. You get played dirty by golly half the time. Because you're the oldest fiddler, they ain't gonna give you no prize except as an older fiddler. That's the way they done me.
Play a couple more and I better go, because I'm afraid I'm going to wear you out.
Yeah,
I just kind of barged in on
Well, I
you.
want you to see this fiddle. I want you to take a look at it. You take a look at that scroll right there. You can see the chisel marks on that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can.
That's what the old man looked at that fiddle. I'm telling you, I thought he was going to say it as in what's that German fiddle all on the back here, you know? Sure.
Schroeder.
I can't think of nothing anymore. I get so mad at myself. Oh, they got it on the back here, you know.
Yeah, Art, but no, he works on fiddles. He trades in them, this one fiddler.
Well, anyhow, this old man told me, he says, that ain't no genuine. And you see that, he
Steiner.
said. Stainer.
Stainer.
They always put them on here, back here. They're more copies. He said, you see one of them, they're copies. They're all copies. But you know, this thing looks a lot like a Stainer. You see it swelled up.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able, when you come back down, you'll be able to talk fiddling, because I mean, there's a couple of these people, they trade in them and deal in them, you know, and Art really knows these fiddles, he really does.
What's his last name?
Galbraith,
That's got
Art
a
Galbraith, Galbrait.
Anyhow, they had the same idea there when they made this, like they made them Stainers. And I thought it was what it was, see, it kind of swelled up like that, and I thought that's what he'd tell me, that it was a genuine Stainer. Anyhow, I said, what would be worth if it was a genuine Stainer? Well, I said it depends on the conditions, and they said about 1,500, 2,000.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I said, this is just as good. I said, he laid it back in the case, said, no value. I said, what do you mean, no value? He said, I wouldn't take a farm in Texas for that. Yeah. You play a fiddle in it?
No, I just barely do that.
Boy, I'll tell you, what do you think of the sound of that thing?
Boy's got volume to it. It's really got the volume.
His other one's made in my hometown. I mean, I don't know whether he had a kid or what he did. But
Well, I ought to
He got
show you
hold of
another
it.
here.
It's good, he likes it.
Oh boy, I'm so stiff I can't walk myself a while. It's like that old, like that guy does on that Carl Burnett show, you know that?
Yeah,
old
yeah,
guy?
Tim
Oh,
Conway, yeah.
And my gosh, I'm beginning to walk just like him. There's a $70 bowl. Here's, listen, here cost me $140. Here's a $140 bowl.
Was that a French bowl or just
No, it's just a bowl I got out of New York. It's $140 what it cost me, that Schroeder violin outfit. Here's a real old one here. I got that re-haired. But you know one time, there's an old man by the name of Darty, used to play the fiddle down there, and his boy brought me that bowl, and it had busted here, see? It busted it right there.
Yep.
So I guess there's no way to fix it. No, I don't think so. But anyhow, I took it up there to a violin guy in Nevada, and he made some slivers through there. And
His
well, I
father
play
was
it
a
and it come
violin
apart.
maker.
I take it back and he glued it in, come apart. And he kept that up till
finally
I
got it
put a
up
little
there.
screw in it,
Yeah.
and it still come apart. So I was down there, Silver Dollar, playing, and that thing come apart. And I got down there somewhere and got some of that superior glue that, and you know that thing had just a little sliver running over here, is all there was to it. You can see that little
Yeah,
sliver.
I can see it, yeah.
Well, I glued that thing together and I played the whole rest of the time out with that fiddle. And she's always been, I even had it re-haired,
Boy,
see?
that really-
I had it re-haired
Yeah.
lately and still together. Oh, that's a good
That's a
little
good
bowl.
one.
It's a dandy little bowl. An old man with the name of Darty had that. There's the whole Darty family was kind of musicians. You know.
Where up at Nevada? Or where?
No, it's down there by El Dorado Springs.
Down around El Dorado Springs,
Osceola.
Yeah.
Osceola.
Boy, Osceola's no more, is it like it used to be? It's really changed that lake. I went through there not long ago and didn't dream how
They
it
hope
changed.
to be reactivated and sort of get a lot of tourist trade thing. So is Clinton. between
Yeah,
Clinton
that's right. Well, they're right on the lake
Now,
now.
here's a fiddle, I stole this one too. There's no guy down the name of, what's his name, Murray? I can't think.
Coble.
Coble. Now, he was kind of a trader, he dealt in antiques and stuff. So he called me up one, Murray. It's
He
wrote in
made
the pencil
fiddles
there
all
when
the
he
time.
made it. It's wrote in there in the pencil.
Kentucky.
1910. He made that in 1910.
They were
Yeah.
real
I
craftsmen.
know where Montrose is. I know where it is now.
52.
Yeah, I do.
Between
Yeah,
Clinton and
between,
Butler
yeah.
or from
But the
Appleton
only
City.
reason, I
instead
always
of
play the
going
old
out,
one.
we go-
The old one's got a little bit thinner neck. This got a little bit thicker neck, and it kind of just,
Yeah.
you know, it just kind of.
But you know Lee Stone
Yeah.
King? You know Lee Stone King, don't you? The Stone
Oh,
Kings?
yes.
He's living in Appleton City now, you
Yeah.
know, and I know his boy is
Fred.
living there too now. No, the other son, there's a youngest son.
Yeah, a younger one. I don't know what he-
Bobby
Bobby,
Stone King,
yeah.
yeah. They plays the guitar.
Yeah.
And he plays the fiddle some.
Yeah.
Fred does.
That Lee Stone King is a nice fella. I really,
Yeah,
he's got a different style, doesn't he? It's just,
Yeah,
it's
he got
really a
just
different
an
style.
old-fashioned
Yeah,
dress.
now, you know, I've never heard the oldest son play. What's the other one's name? The
He's
oldest?
good.
Fred.
Fred. I've
Fred,
heard-
he's pretty good.
They
fiddler.
say he's the best one of the whole lot.
Yeah, he is.
Well, then, you know the ones around Golden City then, you know, well, my gosh, Dean Johnson and all the Johnsons, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I played with them a lot, of course.
They're
they
always out
played.
I
first
sold
on.
old Larry.
Yeah.
I sold old Larry a good guitar. I wished I'd never sold it to him. It's a standard, an old National.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know
One
that
that
name.
Bruce Watt.
Was it aluminum or was it one of
Oh,
those
just a
aluminum or
regular
just
guitar
a?
like that.
Yeah.
It's a National. I bought me one year a while back, another one. I thought I ought to have it. Let me see that a minute.
Yeah. That's picking the top part of it there.
I used to play guitar too, but.
Yeah, you better sit down.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's about 20, a little over 20 years old, I think, something
Yeah.
like that. But you know, Yeah, I think I paid, I traded another guitar, wasn't much, and this, and either $135 or $150 for it. Now, these same model guitars now are like $800,
Oh.
but that doesn't mean a thing. It means inflation is what it means. They're not as good as these older ones.
Well, I know they're not. And let's hear Powell, I was telling you about, played with me on that record. He's got 3, Martins.
Yeah.
Well, he went and got him another, and he gave $1,200 for it, 8 years, good as his old one. And he gave
What's
about
that one
300
that
for it.
Gilkey has? What
Huh?
kind is that one Gilkey has that good?
Oh, that's an old,
Well, it's not so good.
I can't think of it. They're worth about $1,200, $1,400.
Oh, gosh.
Well, they ain't none of